Well, hello, and welcome back to the tower. And yes, I'm a little late. We got a little bit of a start. We maxed the skips out. So the funny thing was, I was going to get something to eat. Then I was worried if I went to get something to eat, I was going to miss the tournament. And so I was like, well, why don't I start the tournament? And then, to compound all this, I started the tournament. Then I had to buy skips so that I was still late. Well, later than late. So, hey, Sar, how you doing? Oh, right, I need to actually link to the stream this time, because I don't do that. Hold on. We're gonna do it as right as possible this time. Okay, now we gave everybody the link, because YouTube is weird. Chat going. Oh, right, I didn't finish the other thing I was doing. Oh, well. And we gotta go open up this. Hey, Alex. Hey, Genesis. How you guys doing? Give me a second. I'm still getting set up here. Set this up. Hey, James. How you doing? Hey, Rocket Man. How you doing? So I actually forgot to set something up. I'm gonna have to set it up right now. So I will just be a minute while I set something up. Yeah. Hey, Glenn. How you doing? Hey, Josh. How you doing? Hey, so we're also looking to identify who is Bard and Aldrich. We had a question for you, Sar did. So I don't know if you're here. I know your name is Josh, but I think it's a different Josh. Hey, Ned, how you doing? Kind of got a late start today. Hey, Ghetto, how you doing? Hey, Brad, how you doing? Oh, good luck, Genesis. Oh, it is you, Josh. Okay, Sar had a question for you. Can you post who your name is, who your main account is, and who your name is in the Discord? Because I figured we would find you while we are streaming today. Yeah, so funny story. I wanted to get something to eat, and I was like, well, shoot, I got distracted by something at work, and I'm like, I don't know that I'm going to have enough time to get something to eat and make it back for the tournament. So I was like, well, I guess I'll go ahead and just start the tournament. Oh, okay, he also had the inactivity bug. Yeah, the game crashed on me last night because it updated. The The game crashed. I mean, I was very disappointed. So anyways, I'm like, well, I can't leave until I get some skips. So I had to purchase some skips. And then by the time I finished purchasing skips, then I'm like, well, now I'm leaving even later. So the stream's just going to be late. And I mean, it kind of is what it is. I mean, we're here now. There was. I got a 26012 update. I don't know what it is. Hey, Alex. Hey, Virus Zero. How you guys doing? No, we don't need the space. We were just, it was an activity question. That's all it was, Josh. Hey, Arm. How you doing? Not much. Got a late start today. Wednesdays can be kind of hit or miss depending on how my schedule works out. And today was even funnier because, like I said, I was just like, I started the tournament. And I'm like, well, I got to buy some skips before I leave, so I bought some skips. Oh, okay. Hey, Alex, how you doing? Hey, Spectrodes, how you doing? As far as I know, the new mod sucks. Oh, we're getting hammered. It's hammer time. Okay, I was not expecting this tournament to be so violent. What are the mods? Armored enemy. Fast ultimate. Now we know why it sucks. Oh, okay, Josh, that makes sense. Yeah, Spectro, this is basically a module we can all skip. There are some people at the upper echelon that have invested in it, Genesis, but it's not me. And I don't even know that it would be that good. Because Dimcore is a stacking amp? I don't know. Let me put it this way. It's not... The module is not for me, even if, you know, because I haven't... My ILM investment has been the minimum. But that's okay. I'm okay with my tiny ILM. It's supposed to send your mines to the bosses and elites. It's nothing special. It's nothing I would consider that special. I assume, Genesis, that because of you still charge up. No, Josh, we don't have anybody else. That's the whole thing. We don't have anybody else to... It's not like we have two people. Like waiting, knocking on the door to join, so they're fine. Like if we do fill up, we'll let you know. But right now, that's not the case. I wasn't gonna get Ancestral. I was considering, like, oh, do I get Ancestral? But the reality is, if it ever becomes like a good must-have module, you just have to get all your other modules to Ancestral 5-star. I mean, feel free to try it out. I mean, if you have the gems to spare, I would just, me personally, I'm just gonna bank. Oh. What would Ohm Chip combine with? Ohm Chip. What would you combine with, Ohm Chip? I don't know. I'll have to come back to that one. Oh, you're trying to get Black Hawk down. Okay. Wait, please tell me you didn't pull the new banner to try to get Black Hawk down. Oh, did Decor get a rework? Yeah, Chip has to get... I don't know what they do with Chip, right? You have a 360-degree spotlight now. Well, Josh, we actually need the participation. That's kind of the problem, Josh. We need the participation. So just tough it out with us for a little bit longer. How are how are the guilds looking, by the way? I know the first guild I got 500 already, I think. They were past 500. Wait, really? Well, wait, did you try MVN and G-Comp, though? I thought you would want to do an MV... See, the thing is, Ghetto, you just get your Death Wave cooldown down. I mean, that's all you're going to do now. Hey, Dom, how you doing? I already sort of am Glass Cannon. I don't know, I'm kind of like hybrid. I don't know. I don't know how much more I could move to Glass Cannon. Let's put it that way. I've been focusing on damage and not defense for so long. Well, I mean, we'll make the best of it. When, like I said, Josh, if we know that you're okay with them getting kicked, we will. If we get too many people, we will remove them. We're just not there yet. I actually don't know, Dom, what I'm going to do after I finish up with Ampy. I honestly have absolutely no idea. What do I get after Ampy? I don't know. I feel like Ampy is going to be a while, though. Like, Ampy still has a long way to go before we max him out. Maybe Stumbot will be the move. I just don't want to, you know. I'm pretty sure me maxing out Ampy is so far away. It's like I'm not even worried about it, you know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah, Ampy has some long legs on him. Because I haven't even maxed one thing on Ampy. It's not like Ampy's at his max size, he gets bigger. It's not like Ampy is at his max cooldown, he has a better cooldown. It's not like Ampy is at his max duration, he has more duration to get. So, like, Ampy is, like, it's not like Ampy's anywhere close to be, it's not like, you know, I'm waiting on just the bonus. I'm pretty sure I have probably 3 months of still working on Ampy. Congrats, Brad! Well, you can respec now, Shatter, so you can just respec to just, you know, do Golden Bot first. And then you can just pick whatever, and it actually respecs the bots you purchased, yeah. I actually don't, Virus, I actually have no idea, because I don't know that there's any kind of planner out there. I'm just assuming it's going to be 3 months, total. I mean, I couldn't even tell you how long I spent on, Golden Bot before he was complete. But I feel like it's a really long time. How long? Well, I could be wrong about how long it is, but I don't know. It's going to be, the thing is, it's going to be so long into the future that by the time I get it, the priorities could change. So to me, there's no point in being like, oh, I'm definitely going to do this, because for all we know, they rework Flamebot and everybody's like, oh, Flamebot's the bot, you know? Hey, Andre, how you doing? Hey, yeah, it's around 30,000. And really, if I was worried about a third module, it's almost better for me to just get, what is it? Just get the bot respec with keys. You haven't finished your Ampy labs. Oh, no. Are they really that long, Sar? Yeah, like, you can just respec anyway. So, like, once I get 2 bots maxed out, then it's like, okay, well, do I pick up Flamebot and just max out his labs and pick out the other bot and max out his labs, you know? Oh, okay. Thank you for doing the math, Genesis. I had no idea. I was just throwing something out there because I'm like, I don't know. Like to me, like those things are so far away. It's like the game could be so different, right? They could make Thunderbot like really good. I mean, that's sometimes that's how it goes, Ned, because there's people who have maxed ILM. Like literally everything in ILM is maxed, and then ILM became useless. And they were like, that's, you know, I mean, it sucks. But at the time it was the meta. What are you gonna do, you know? That's why I know we're never gonna be able to respec stuff. I actually don't know how long it was. I just remember like somebody telling me, he's like, yeah, I maxed out ILM and like now it's useless and I'm it's buried in the vault, Shatter. It's like way deep into the vault, into the bowels of El Diablo. So you have to go pretty deep in the vault. I believe they do a percentage damage to vampires, yes. Yeah, the bowels of the vault. Like, it's pretty deep, dude. It's way in there. Hey, Ryan, thank you. How you doing, Ryan? No, you can respec the bots for gems. So the base cost to respec your bots is 300 gems. But if you actually wanted to have like a tournament set of bots and something else, you can invest like, I think it's like 90 or 120 keys. And then you can actually have multiple bot specs. It's not something that I'm really that interested in because right now it would make sense for me to have 2 bot specs if I already had 3 bots unlocked. And it was like I had Ampy and like, let's just say for the sake of argument, Thunderbot is the number 3 bot. I don't know what the number 3 bot is. Again, we'll worry about the number 3 bot when I get there. I'm doing good. Thank you for asking. And then we get to the number 3 bot and we start doing all the labs, right? Because I don't even think there's a point to have multiple specs without having all the labs done, right? So then we get all the labs done. At that point, I now have 3 potential bots. If they hit you, you hit them back, Dom. It doesn't matter where they're located. Garlic Thorns, if they're hitting you, the Thorns damage is happening to them. And now I have 3 bots that, and 2 of them are viable. Yeah, exactly. And then we get golden. Well, even with Golden Bot Plus, right? I could respec for the tournament. Yeah, like Thorns is like if you hit somebody, they hurt you. So like if you go and punch a concrete wall, that concrete wall has thorns because you've now broken your hand. Everybody's saying, Andre, just basically save your gems. Ghetto, did you get the whole spine in the harmony tree? I don't know what Ghetto has. He probably has everything. Okay. Do you have the multiple specs? Nice, Andre. Keep saving. I got 13,000 for when I get something good. As far as I know, Tier 2 does not give more bot range, but... yeah, would you even use the bot's Ghetto? Because I think you're further than me. G-comp isn't a percentage. It's minus 20 seconds is the max. Well, you also get to be the bot master. I haven't made it that far in the power tree yet. They added a bunch of stuff in the harmony tree to distract me. Oh wow, you got golden amp, and now you're half a thunder. Thunder, thunder, the bot from down under. How long, Sar, is the? Because I didn't think the duration labs for Ampy were that long. I don't know. Maybe I was just like drunk when I did them. I thought each lab took like I think I did them at 5x, and it was like 25 days. So it was like 5 days. I feel like Thunder doesn't do much. But I don't know that for sure. What song? Oh, the Thunder song. Sorry, I couldn't help but like accidentally do that. My bad. Yeah, but 17 days is like nothing, Sar. Like at a 5x, it's 3 days. I mean, at least I feel like that's nothing. Maybe I'm wrong. I could be wrong. It wouldn't be the first time I was wrong, but you know, I'm okay with being wrong. Yeah, I did it, Josh. I didn't even think about it because it just like popped in my head. Thunder, the thunder, the lightning and the thunder, or whatever it is. Isn't that an Imagine Dragons song? How is 3 days a long time? I have to work 5 days a week, and the week just disappears. Doesn't work on orb, wall, cooldown, bots. Wow. Wow, Ghetto, they really made tier 2 like pretty thin. Sar, you're not that old. Come on, Sar. Damn, yeah, I guess it is kind of a... I don't even... The problem is I can't even see my vault, like, when I'm in a run, so I don't really look at my vault. And there's not even, like, a vault website. Dom, I have a video out. I don't want to go into it right now because we're in the middle of the tournament, but I made a video on Saturday. I'll link it in the channel, and I go over the labs I'm doing. Oh, you got to get a dog. Wait, you don't have a... Oh, man. Well, at least you got it. That's like step one, right? You getting the thing, right? It's going to be cool, though, because you can run it natively. You'll have to let us know how that is. I've talked to a lot of people about it, Alex. I think you're the first person to do it. Hey, Glenn, congrats. All right, this is going to end up bad because I'm not looking at what's going on because I'm trying to find a link. Hold on. So Dom, this is like the most recent video that really goes into a lot of detail of what I'm doing. I don't mean to just redirect you to a video. It's just if I open up like a full screen thing now while I'm in the tournament, there's a chance that when I close it, I get sniped and I die. It's some kind of bug. I didn't make the bug, somebody else did. But that actually has all the detail. Oh no, the wings are gone. I knew it was going to happen when I was distracted. That's a great question, Brad, but congratulations to gaining 2 spots. So yes, we had to slow the game down. Yes, why did we slow the game down? So imagine that you're on one side of a 10-meter table. And so the way the game works is it draws your position between frames. So if your movement speed between frames is 11 meters per second, if you're on one side of the table, then on the next frame, you're on the other side of the table, and you never actually collide with the table. Sorry, you're killing me. Oh, God. So we slowed the game speed down because that's the only way to reduce the amount of movement between frames. So when if we cut the speed in half, now they're moving at 5.5 meters. On the next frame, they're in the middle of the table, and the game is forced to resolve the collision. It's actually not a bug, Josh. It's how movement works in like a lot of video games, because the alternative movement is would be a vector movement. And to do a vector movement, you would actually have to compute the entire path between frames as a vector, and then check that anything in that vector didn't intersect with something else, and then you have to, like, create a collision event instead. Oh, wait, somebody asked me a question? I'm only... wait, you can't be... Wait, Genesis? Oh. No, I'm not I think not even top, like, what am I? I'm like top 800 or something. It's actually really hard to get past, I would say, like, 500. I think my peak has been top 800. And that was before I got all the help. And I still think even with all the help, I'm still... Hold on, I'm going to check my rank right now. Because there's a lot more help out there for other people, too. It's not the display, it's the way games work. Because... The way games work is they most game engines is they go frame by frame. Yeah, but I still need economy. How can I give up economy for damage? Like, what world is that? Yeah, I'm top 800. What world do you give up economy for damage? Yeah, but this is the thing is I have great labs because I'm just playing the game forever. I don't even know that I could get more damage to... Like, well, like, so the problem is, too, I also... Yeah, that's the kind of help a lot of people have is wallet help. Yeah, like, all my labs don't really help that much, right? Like, let's look at damage, right? The last 20 damage labs is, like, the majority of the time. Or we could say the last 10. And even if I have all those, that's only an 11% advantage, which is not really that big of an advantage when you consider how long the labs take to do. So, like, even though I have great labs, like, the labs are great, don't get me wrong, but they don't... I don't know that I'm going to go to GT14 right away. Ned, what I do is I'm in the tower Discord, and I, like, registered my player ID, and then it gives you, it just puts the rank, you get, like, a roll, that's your rank on the Discord. So I just look myself up on the Discord, and it says, hey, you're top 800. The more formal way is you can go to the tower.tools, and you can actually plug yourself in, and it'll give you your actual rank of where you are. So I've been top 800 for, like, as long as I can remember. I think I maybe got the top 700, and then, like, the Black Friday deal or something happened, and I didn't purchase the Black Friday deal, and then I went down to top 800. Or something like that. I'm not even sure that's right. All I can say is it's a long road. Now you got me curious, so I'm going to go look it up. Because it actually will have on the tower.tools. I mean, not... Sorry, it's the tower LOL. The tower.tools has a link to the tower.lol. Oh, we're doing pretty good. The long road. I'm actually not doing too terrible in the tournaments anymore now that, like, the brackets have kind of spread out. Individual player stats. Ooh. Wow, Ghetto, congrats. It's just, you know, some things are like a long road, and it's just like you just keep driving, you know? I'm only at like 1.4, you're like double me. I'm envious. All right, so I'm going to my player page, and we can go to full results data. Oh, I actually got up to number 705 once. But yeah, you can look at my history, and like my lowest was 935, and then I got up to like 2 weeks later 750. No, sorry, the next tournament was 750. Oh, well, shoot, I just got killed by the range. Well, that was anticlimactic as hell. All right, well, I guess I got enough waves to beat this guy, so we're getting fourth. That's cool. That's really cool. We can actually look at the vault now in a second. Hold on, we're going to look at the vault because I don't remember what my vault is. Yeah, actually getting fourth place is actually amazing for me. Hey, Shattered, so I have been. I've been thinking I'll let other people mess around with the Guardian, and then I will learn from what they've found out. Which sounds pretty lame when you put it out like that. I'm honestly happy with top 6. So that's 10 keys, and I'm all about the keys. So let's see. Oh. Oh, I could get that finally. Oh, there's actually nothing. Well, there's 2 card slots. I think I am, I think I can get this, and then I am done with the vault, but I think I will save that. I'll probably save that and do that in the video, because I don't foresee this, I don't foresee this being a huge change in, like, my tournament ranking. And then my labs, we can see that I'm doing. Yeah, that's the whole thing. It's going to take so long to develop the Guardian. So here are my labs. Like, I finally got to damage per meter 99, so that's really cool. I think damage per meter only goes to 99. It do. So this is on, that lab is almost done. That's so cool. Landmine damage only goes to 20, so that lab's also almost done, so that's cool. And module cost has a little ways to go, and so does fast speed. Fast speed goes to 30, so that's going for a little bit more, and of course we have demon mode mastery up here. Oh, I should probably, you know what? I can probably, when I finish either one of these, I'm probably going to go start on my damage card mastery, because I think I will have enough. Yeah, that's what I'm planning on doing, Virus, is eventually we'll make like 2 specs. Probably going to do that on Saturday is what I'm thinking, because number 1, more people are around on Saturday, and number 2, I can try to start a little earlier on Saturday. So that is kind of where I'm thinking about with that, is I'll probably buy it in the... No, we don't need to rush the landmine damage. It'll be at the last level soon enough. There's no need to rush. Like, if I was going to rush anything, I would have rushed demon mode mastery. Just because this is the, like, if I rush demon mode mastery and then I rush level 8, then I would just be done effectively with the coins I need for demon mode mastery. And then I could probably start another one. Realistically, I could just drop landmine damage and just start that one, and then when this finishes, like Lab 9 finishes, then swap it in. I don't know if I want to do that. I don't know that... the thing is, I don't know that I want to spend... Like, before the update with the new modules, would I have been okay spending the gems like that? Absolutely. Now, with the module update, it's like, I could just wait, you know? Like, I feel like I need to save up gems for the banners, and not use it, like, for lab skips right now. At least that's how I feel today. But yeah, we're pretty close to starting on card mastery. Well, like I said, I'll probably start it, like, landmine damage will probably be close to done tomorrow. I don't think this is a long lab. Like, the last 2. And then I'll just swap in damage mode, the damage card mastery there. And like I said, we're almost done with this one, and when this one's done, we'll probably do... I want to do the workshop utility discount. That's what I want to do. It's going to be a new... We're going to get Havoc Bringer 2. And for the square modules, it's going to be... I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I just... Oh, okay, it's 10 to 12K. Okay, I wasn't sure how much I needed to spend. But like I said, let's say there's 2 good banners back to back. I'd rather have a cushion than not enough gems. You know what I mean? So we're definitely going to get the workshop utility discount yet. I don't think I really need to worry about recharging my missile barrage anytime soon. And I don't think we need to worry about Death Wave damage amp anytime soon. And then it's like, well, maybe, you know what? Maybe we'll do some max rend. That's not really that helpful, but I don't know what else to do. But again, I'm getting ahead of myself, kind of, because there's probably other things we're going to do. Oh, I need to favorite one of the modules. Hold on. Yeah, I'm just gonna hold it because, like, I don't see the harm right now. At least right now, I don't see the harm. Maybe there will be future harm that I'm not seeing. There it is. I wanted to favorite the shockwave size because this is another lab that has a slider. Eventually, I will move shockwave size up next to range. You need 8 copies, I believe. So I have 8 copies of project funding. I will eventually... Let's see if we can do any merges there. That'll be fun, watching me fumble through the merge system. Alright, so I need a Legendary Plus. How do I get to Legendary Plus? Nobody knows. I don't even know. I hate this system. I hate this system so much. It makes fun of me. I swear to God, it's mocking me. Okay. How do I make a legendary? That's a great question. Oh. I don't think I even have enough fodder yet, do I? Well, we're going to find out. This is so annoying. I hate this system. I hate this system so much. Oh, I need... Okay, wait. I can do this. Wait, does it need to be the same type? Nobody knows. So we have 2 of these. We're going to use them. Okay, I made a lift. Yay! And then I have to do it again. Then I have to do it again. I did the merging. I hate merging so much. You guys have no idea just how much I hate this system because I feel like it's not intuitive at all. I did it. I did the merging. My least favorite system in the game. Yeah, I still need more fodder too because I still need to make another Legendary Plus, which is a Legendary Plus now. I know there's 3 Epic Pluses. It's annoying. It's to me, the thing, Rocket Man, is it's not intuitive. And the other thing is it's all visual. So my biggest problem with the way these modules are is that they're not freaking labeled. Okay? And let me explain the label I want to see. This label would be A5 asterisk. And it should be right there in the top left corner. This should be A4 asterisk. It would be right there in the top left corner. This one would be E plus, and it'd be right there. And I probably would want to put a U for unique. So like this would be a UA 5-star, UA 4-star, UE plus, UM. And that would solve my visual problem with this. Because then I could just look at the letter, right? Like I could at least look at the letter and it would tell me immediately if it's unique or not unique. And it could be a symbol instead of a U. I'm not really sold on the U. It could be something like over on the right-hand side, there's some kind of symbol that is not the asterisk. We have a whole keyboard full of them that indicates it's unique. They all look similar. That's the problem. Like, you're supposed to be able to tell because these are purple in the middle. And I'm like, this is like, okay, so this is like the ones that are really easy to tell. Sure. But like this guy right here. This asshole right here has blue and purple in the center. And it's like, And the asshole's Dimcore, apparently. I would also like the label of the names on them, too. I would like to have, like, for example, this guy have, like, a name. Like, this guy could be DC, and it could be... hell, I would be happy with it right in the middle. DC. And this one is SH. And this one is BHD. And just put it right across the middle. You know? That's what I would want. Part of the reason why it bugs me so much is I'm not colorblind. But could you imagine somebody who's colorblind trying to do this system? And so, like, one of the things was I worked at I work in software. And so one of the things that we talked about was you can never use just color to indicate something, because that can actually be considered discrimination against people that are colorblind, and it's not ADA compliant. So, like, when you're only using color to signify something, it triggers me. Oh, yeah, I guess I would have. And they take all my coins. It wouldn't have helped that much. Oh, I do need to do this one for that. I have a bunch for defense, but I just haven't been putting them into defense because... Well, let's see how expensive... See, it's 3 quadrillion! I don't want to spend that. I want to start my damage card mastery. That's why I'm holding off. Really? I might be. I might be wrong, Genesis. I could be wrong. Yeah, that's why I'm doing this research, because I got so pissed off at the cost. I'm like, fine, you got me. I'm doing the module cost research now. Really? 15%? Whoops. Okay, well, my bad. 15 quadrillion? That hurts. That hurts me on the inside, Ghetto. Like, this is so cheap. One day I'll get these more higher. And this one, too. This is also cheap. I can't afford doing these right now, though. We have other problems. Yeah, I wanted to get more of these, but that's not happening right now. And this doesn't matter anymore. And this would be nice. I don't know, Virus. I know the 5-star Havoc Bringers, I believe, at least 20% better. I don't even know what my AD is. Oh, it's not even that, dude. It's submodule stats, because I have to re-roll. That's the real problem. It's like, for me to switch to Astral Deliverance, I have to actually re-roll the stats, and it's like, I might as well wait for 201 at this point. Hey, Tommy, how you doing? Will you have a nice sleep? Yeah, I know it is late over there. So from what I understand, Virus, for me, since I use Chain Lightning, that bounce shot create, like, if I understand this correctly, and I could totally be wrong, we all know I'm wrong all the time, every time it bounces, it should do another Chain Lightning. Yeah, it's like, how much is it, Genesis? Is it like 5%? 4%? 20%? I don't remember. I thought like all of them, like, I thought a plane to 5-star was like a 20% increase. Oh, I have 1.7 million shards. I think so, Virus, but don't quote me on that. That's what I understand. Because the more bounces, the more Chain Lightning, and Chain Lightning is like my thing. I'm kind of like Zeus. Not really Zeus, don't get mad. Oh, yeah, we could. Let me look at my lowest one. Do I have a lowest one? Yeah, it's you. Okay, hold on. So this is going to be what? This is 11.64. And where's my boy? Where's my boy? Everybody's favorite. And he's 13.77. That's what I figured. So that's why I want Astral Deliverance. But to use Astral Deliverance, I gotta, like, reroll him. Yeah, like I said, I think it's 20%. I probably should have wrote the numbers down, that we would know. So, all right, we're gonna do this the right way. 13.77. And then where are you? Yes, you're right there. And this is 11.64. And that is 18%. Yeah, if Havoc Bringer gets reworked, I might keep using Havoc Bringer, but it hasn't, so I'm just gimp. Wow, we're already down to 40 days left in the guild? Are you serious? Oh, I got enough to get the menu, boys! The menu is back! Yeah, I accidentally bought the menu over the crown over the menu, but now all is right in the world. And then I'm going to grab the Guardian. The Guardian, he's going to have to chill for a while until I get all this stuff done. He is going to just be chilling like a villain. So wait, what happens? Wait, okay, so I need... Wait, what, do we actually get more of these little diamond things than there are things, like, do we actually get extra, so I'm actually going to have to come up here and spend? Is that true? We get more of these? Okay, so we're actually going to have that. Okay, cool. So I just need to hurry up and buy all these things, like the Guardian, the Throne. Okay, that's cool. You don't lose them, Virus. They will auto-spend them, so it's better for you to spend them than wait and spend them wrong. Thank you, Genesis. I haven't done the math on it, so then that means... And probably we're going to be buying the diamonds, I'm assuming, right? We're going to buy the shining diamonds because there's no other way to get the diamonds. I'm assuming that when you buy this, this goes up and to get 25, so it's like diminishing returns. Which is, I kind of figured they would do that to us. I got my modules on, I got my cards on. Let's go. Shine on, you crazy diamond. I feel like his Guardian is the new thing. If I can't see myself doing the gems for modules. I just can't. You're gonna get those module shards like by just playing the game. Yeah, maybe if you need to get. Hey Yeti, how you doing? No, Yeti, how could you not? Did you not have like 12 timers on your phone? I legitimately have like 12 timers on my phone. I have a timer when the tournament starts, which is kind of pointless because I never queue up when the tournament starts because that's just a way to get slaughtered. I have a timer the next day at 4 p.m. because 4 p.m. for me is like a couple hours before the tournament to remind me that it is tournament day. I have another timer 25 minutes before the tournament to make sure I actually get in the tournament. I have another timer at the time the tournament's closed. I have another timer after that when the tournament is finished to go claim my things. And the nice thing about the tournament is, Yeti, you can set all these to be alarms at every Wednesday, every Saturday, or whatever day it is for you, because the times are fixed. So it's not like you have to set a timer or anything like that. And that's just what I would recommend. Just this game just owns my life. And that's just how it is. The tower is life. We're basically building a tower to the sky. Dude, Josh, it's not really memory problems as much as I will get busy doing something else, and, like, it's not like, look, I'm not sitting here playing the tower 24/7. You know how I'm usually playing the tower? The game plays itself. So what happens is I'm playing another game, I'm at work, I'm doing something else, and I lose track of time. Oh, Ghetto is saving his bits. Wait, which are the bits, Ghetto? Are the bits the squares, or are the bits the other thing? I don't even know the names of the... Okay, the squares. Okay. Yeah, if the bits... If your squares aren't auto-spend, then I would save the squares too and just see what happens. Oh, that's because they gave up, Josh. They gave up too soon. That's what I'm saying, Yeti. You gotta have your timer set. Honestly, I like, look, I was trying to do something in World of Warcraft, okay? And they have carry runs. I was forgetting about the carry runs to get, oh, what was it? It was some mount. And I was also forgetting what my alarms were set for, because a lot of times an alarm goes off, and I'll be honest, guys, I just clear the alarm. We're assuming virus if they don't get spent. And anyways, what I was going through in this crisis was you can actually, at least with Android, you can record a custom message for your alarms. So I basically recorded a custom message reminding me to go to the carry run to get them out. Yeah, that's what I had to do. I had to Rocket Man. I recorded a custom message because I would just dismiss, like, I don't know if you've ever had alarm fatigue, but when you have like 5 alarms going off every day to remind you about the tournament, sometimes you're like, yeah, I know the tournament's later today, and you just clear the damn alarm because you're tired of hearing it. I actually have multiple alarms on multiple devices. I missed a couple because I think one I missed because of sleep. Like, I slept in. Like, it's going to sound weird, but I slept in past 7 p.m. because I was just so tired, so I didn't do the tournament one time. There was a couple times I missed because this is back when I was in Platinum. And then and what I was doing is I was setting a timer for when the next tournament was. And then eventually it dawned on me, like, wait a second, the tournament's at a fixed time. As long as you, like I said, just set a timer, virus. Like, the worst thing you can do is join a tournament and not have time to progress it, because at least if you join it, you at least get the last place rewards. You know what I mean? You at least get something. You know. Yeah, well, it's better than nothing. Getting something is better than nothing, because that actually happened to me where I meant to do a tournament, and I think I ran out of time. I think it was back before when the tournament ended at the same time, and I ran out of time, and I was like, damn it. I honestly wanted them to make the tournament bracket, like, last a bit longer, but I can also see why they didn't do that. But anyways, actually, and then I set I set all the alarms on my computer. So I have 2 sets of alarms. I have 1 set of alarms on my computer, and I have another set of alarms on my phone. And then one day, I had my headphones plugged into my computer. I fell asleep, and I missed the tournament because I was sleeping on Saturday. So that's when I set up a second set of alarms on my phone, because I'm like, yeah, I'm never going to plug the headphones into my phone and not hear it. And so far, that has worked, knock on wood. So I don't think we're ever going to get more than one tournament. I just wish the bracket was open a little bit longer sometimes. Like, you know, like a day and a half or something like that. Make it a little easier, I feel like, for people to get in. But, I mean, it is what it is. Now that they have it where you can actually get into the tournament and run it after the fact, I don't really think it's a big deal anymore. Yeah, I forget what happened, Glenn. I think what it was is I was up super late that night, and I was probably up late playing with Maria. We were probably playing, like, I don't know what game it would have been. I can almost guarantee you that's what we were doing. We were streaming and playing a game, and it was probably like Planet Crafter, or it was like Core Keeper, or it was like Terraria, and we were playing the game, and this has happened to every one of those games. And I tell Maria, hey, let's just play for like an hour, okay? And we're like, sure, we're just gonna play for an hour, right? I don't know if you guys have ever played one of those games, because here's how it goes. Oh, we're just gonna do X. We're just gonna do the X thing, and that's it. We complete X. Then it's like, well, you know, we still have like 15 minutes left. I don't want to go to bed. Why don't we do Y? And then, okay, now we're doing Y, and then it's like, you know what? I really want to do Z too. And I can tell you how this happened with Terraria. Because what happened with Terraria was, oh, Maria, have you made So in Terraria, Maria and I both have our Zenith weapons, and we have all our armor and all that. But Maria didn't have, she was missing, so we hadn't played with the Shimmer. So the Shimmer was the new thing. Yeah, I think I wouldn't want more than 2 tournaments a week. Everybody talks about another game mode. I don't know what other game mode I would want. I don't mind farming so much, to be honest with you. Like, I don't have any complaints about farming because I need coins, guys. And the bad thing is, my game crashed overnight because of the update that I didn't know we were getting, and it wasn't posted about, and then so I lost hours of farming because it crashed overnight. If they would have notified me about the update, I would have updated and not crashed. And not lost the farming time and not be mad. Yes, we did. 26.012 went out. I'm trying to remember what Terraria was. Oh, okay, I know what it was. So Maria didn't have a cell phone because she had the 3 pieces to get the cell phone, but not the 4th piece, which the 4th piece you get from fishing. So I found out that you can shimmer the items. There's a 26.012 is all I know, Yeti. I'm Android, so I don't know what Apple does. But anyway, so I was like, okay, let's make you a cell phone. And the whole reason you want to make a cell phone in Terraria is because it takes something that takes 3 inventory slots, and it reduces it down to 1. So, but we didn't have the shimmer yet. We had to go find it. So, we went to go find the shimmer. It took forever for us to find the shimmer. Yeah, she doesn't have a cell phone in Terraria. And so we found the shimmer, and then I had to figure out which one of my fish things to shimmer so that she could have the 3 pieces she needed to make the fish fine. I don't know what the thing is in Terraria. Anyways, we finally got that sorted out. I help her get that thing. She has, and then she makes her cell phone, right? Then I find out you can upgrade the cell phone and turn it into the shell phone. But to make the shell phone, you need the conch, which I had a conch, and I gave her, and I helped her get a conch. And wait, actually, I forgot. This actually started with something else. It started with her not having the Terror Spark boots. So we made a second set of Terror Spark boots for her. Then she checked her other character, and her other character had the Terror Spark boots. So I'm like, well, we just made 2 extra Terror Spark boots, so we each have an extra pair. So now both your characters have a set of Terror Spark boots. And to craft the Terror Spark boots, it's really not that hard. You just go find, like, the anklet, the aglet, the speed boots, the rocket boots. You combine the rocket boots and the speed boots to make the Spectre boots. You combine the Spectre boots and the aglet and the other thing to make lightning boots. Then you take the lightning boots, the ice skates, and you make the frost spark boots, and that's one set. And then you take the lava immunity charm, the rose that drops from the demon, and the lava, and I think you combine those into the lava waders, and then you combine the yeah, sorry, that was a good one, by the way, but I'm just like so Terraria'd right now. And then you combine frost spark and the lava waders to make the Terror Spark boots. So that, and then once we had completed making the Terror Spark boots, she checked her other character and found out, oh, she's like, oh, I have a set of Terror Spark boots there. And I'm like, well, it's too late. We already made you another pair. Now you have 2. You know, she's going to give it to me. I'm like, no, I already have 3 now. So then we went to make, oh, I can turn that on. Hold on. So then after we did that, then I was like, oh, let's make you the cell phone, because I was looking through all my stuff. I'm like, wow, I got all the, because the thing is, she never did the quest for the fisherman to get the fish to get the stuff. And the problem was, I didn't get there was a third piece. I got a ton of piece 1 and a ton of piece 2. It was a 3-piece item. I didn't get any of piece 3 to make one for her. Well, now in Terraria with the shimmer, you can throw an item in the shimmer, it turns it to another item. So, like I said, then we found the shimmer, then we did that, then we made I think it's like the fish finder or whatever it is, and then we made her the cell phone. Now, she has a cell phone, I have a cell phone. Then I was like, oh, you don't have the magic conch shell? And she's like, no. And I'm like, oh, okay, and then we went and got the magic conch shell. And then it was like, oh, we could make the shell phone. Why don't we make the shell phone? No. Before we made the shell phone, it was, do you have the Ankh? And she's like, no, I don't have the Ankh. And I'm like, what do you mean you don't have the Ankh? So then I go through, and like part of making this so difficult was she had a world in Terraria, I had like 2 worlds in Terraria, and we're going through all our different worlds to try and find out where the stuff is. And so finally, after sorting through everything, we make her an Ankh charm, and an Ankh charm is like, no, the Terraria crafting tree, dude, like, I can link it to you. I can literally link it to you. Terraria, like, if you haven't played Terraria, I don't know what to say, dude. It is an awesome game. It is a Metroidvania game, but it's hard, but it's not so punishingly hard that I would say it isn't fun. But you do have to kind of, like, let me look it up first. No, I'm dead serious, and I haven't even gotten to finish to the shell phone yet. So anyways, so like one of the ways you can play Terraria, and one of the, like, when we make these items, is you can spawn a world that somebody has found the item in, because it's like you can put in the seed and spawn a world that has the item. I don't know, I dropped it down to 2 this time, Josh. That seemed to work for me. So, like, when you're looking for items like the aglet and stuff like that, items that drop in the game in a chest somewhere, you can actually just create, and that's what we do. We create a world, go to the spot, pick up the item, because we're not interested in, like, running around and running amok to try and find these items. That's not really a lot of fun to us. We're trying to create an item. But I'm going to show you the shell phone. Okay, so the way the game works is, let's say you're moving 11 meters between frames. And so let's say you're on one side of a 10-meter table. If you're moving 11 meters between each frame the game draws, you'll be on one side of the table. Then the next time you're drawn in the game, it'll draw you on the other side of the table, and you completely skip the collision with the table. If you reduce the speed, let's say you cut it down to half, right? So it's 2.5, right? Now you're moving 5.5 meters between frames. So what happens is the second frame, I have the thing, so it's not as big a deal. The second frame is drawn in the middle of the table, and the game is forced to resolve the collision between you and the table. Well, if you guys keep trolling me, I'm just going to end up like recording something and just like playing the recording. Yeah, I have the multi-gem stack. That's why I wasn't like panicking about it, right? I have the 5x gem stack. It's so nice. But I'm linking you the crafting tree for this. And I'm telling you, Terraria is an awesome game if you haven't played it. If you haven't played, it's like a Metroidvania. But again, you can play it on, it even has journey mode now. Now, I wouldn't recommend playing on journey mode, but you can play on journey mode if like you don't want it to be too hard. Oh, I thought, like, Orm, I knew I recognized your name as you were in the guild, but I didn't know he was calling. Okay. Hold on, I'm gonna link this. Like, this is legit, and this isn't the worst one. I don't think Shell Phone's the worst one. Are you actually playing Terraria, Yeti? I think when 1.4.5 comes out, Marie and I are going to play it on stream. I think we're going to do it. But I told her, like, we can start over, but I don't want to, like, make the Shell Phone again, for example. Like, there's certain things, like, I don't want to do again. Oh, multi-stack. So multi-stack is actually buried in the vault, so it's, like, really far away. It's, like, a very endgame thing. So you can literally see, like, if you look at that link, dude, I'm not even kidding. You start, like, you got, so, like, the first thing you have to do is take 10 platinum bars in a chain or 10 gold bars in a chain and make a watch. Then you take a depth meter, a watch, and a compass, and it makes a GPS, because that's your 3 positions, right? Just like a GPS. And that's one of the 4 pieces that you need to then make the PDA, okay? Then you have to get the radar. Well, the game's fun. The game's fun, Penguin. It's not like the biggest thing is you have to organize your base for the parts of these items so that you know where they are. So then to make the Rec 3000, okay, you need to get the radar, the tally counter, and the light. And like, we found, like, multiple radars just exploring in the game, and we just know they're good. And the tally counter is a drop, and the life form analyzer is something you have to buy. So then you make the Rec 3000. And then you have to get the DPS meter and the stopwatch, which we buy from a vendor. And then the metal detector is actually kind of a pain in the ass to go. The pain in the ass to go. It's a pain in the ass to get because it spawns from the nymph, which is like a rare drop. I had to make a whole nymph farm up to actually get it. And so then you combine those 3 things, and now you have the goblin tech. And then she was missing the fish finder, which is the fisherman's pocket guide, the weather radio, and the sextant. And what I think I was missing is I had a bunch of fisherman's pocket guides and a bunch of weather radios, and I didn't get a sextant. So that's when we went to the shimmer and we got the sextant. We made the fish finder. Then you combine the GPS, the rec, the goblin tech, and the fish finder to make the PDA. And then you take the magic mirror and the PDA and you make the cell phone. And so that was where we got to the cell phone. Okay. And then during all this, right? And another crazy crafting tree is the Ankh. I'll show you the Ankh one too. Because that was the other one we did that was insane. But again, we had most of the parts because the Ankh is all drops from monsters, and we've killed tons of monsters, like, just playing the game. Terraria is like, it's a little bit like Minecraft, but I wouldn't say it's that much like Minecraft. And so that's the Ankh shield. That's the other one that I hadn't made an Ankh shield. She didn't make one. So we went through and we did the whole thing and we made an Ankh shield for her. She was only missing a few pieces from this. I think we had to get the pocket mirror because the pocket mirror was new to make the reflective shades. And like, I think she was missing like the Bezoar to make the medicated bandage. But, you know, it's whatever. We got the Ankh charm. And then you make an obsidian skull and a cobalt shield. And you have an obsidian shield. And then you make an Ankh shield. So that was probably... I don't remember. You know, the first thing... Oh, let me show you the Terra Spark boots. Because the Terra Spark boots is what started this. Because I was like, she joined the game because I was hosting. And we were just messing around. I'm like, where are your Terra Spark boots? And she's like, I don't have them. And I'm like, what do you mean you don't have them? We made the Terra Spark boots. And so that's what started all this. So then I made her... and then she checked her other character because she had 2 characters. And her second character had the Terra Spark boots. Oh, sorry, it was the lava waders. Yeah, so you have to take a lava charm, combine. You take an obsidian skull and a lava charm, and you combine it to then you make a molten charm, and that plus an obsidian rose plus the water walking boots gives you the lava waders. My bad. Oh, sorry. The way we did it was, yeah, we did the lava charm, obsidian skull, molten charm, the obsidian rose, and the water walking boots. It's the lava waders, and then of course it's any of the boots. There's 4 different types of boots. Plus the rocket boots gets the specter boots. Plus the aglet gets the lightning boot. Or sorry, plus the aglet and the anklet gets the specter boots becomes the lightning boots, and then the lightning boots and the ice skates become the frost spark boots. And then the frost spark boots and the lava waders become the Terra Spark boots. So that was what started this. And so I'm like, where are your dash boots? And she's like, I don't have them. So then we made a Terra Spark boots. And then it was like, you don't have a cell phone. And then I found out with the shimmer we could make the fish finder. And then it was just a whole thing. And then we made the Ankh charm because she didn't have an Ankh charm and I'd already made one. And then we didn't have the shell phone, which we had the magic conch. We didn't have the demon conch. So then I had to go fishing in the lava, and so I had to get because I actually had all the fishing gear. So I got all the fishing gear together. We went down to the lava, which is all the way at the bottom of the map. We went and did fishing, and then we got her we got 2. Please tell us your in-game name. And is Sar here? You might have applied and we didn't know who you were, so we didn't accept you. So please just tell us your in-game name, and I'm gonna send you an invite to the Discord. It's helpful if you join the Discord. We have a channel in there called Guild. If you don't have Discord, that is okay. Just let us know what your in-game name is, and I will make sure that Sar knows to invite you. But if you do have Discord, it would be great if you just joined us in Discord. Thank you, Sar. And this is the Discord link I'm putting in there. And so by the time I got my fishing gear together, learned how to fish in the game, got it to where I could fish in the lava, fished up the demon conch. Yeah, it might be better for me to type because you don't understand English. Yeah, so what happened is, Glenn, we're trying to get people into I wanted to have about 3 people go to the second guild so that hopefully both guilds could get their boxes, and then we were just going to refill the first guild and refill the second guild. That was kind of the plan. We're hoping that the second guild can get the box by mistake. By mistake. by themselves without having to do the cycle in and out. I am running Havoc-Bringer because it's my best gun. I am running Wormhole Redirector for farming. I'm running MVN for farming. And I'm running GComp for farming. For tournaments, I swap Wormhole Redirector for Anti-Cube Portal. And I swap MVN for Dimcore. No, it's fine, Glenn, because I tried to post something in the guilds, because we're just trying to make it so both guilds are self-sufficient. That way we don't have to keep cycling them in and out. You know what I mean? Because right now what we do is Guild 1 finishes, Guild 2 doesn't finish, then on Saturday, people from Guild 2 come and join Guild 1 during the stream, and to get the last box, we're trying to hopefully make it so that everybody gets the box. And then we'll fill up Guild 1 and fill up Guild 2. That's kind of the goal. And so, could you believe it, by the time I got the Demon Conch, and we crafted the shell phone, Marie and I had been playing the game that we were going to play for an hour for like 5 hours or something like that. I know, unbelievable, right? How could that ever happen? Zarek, are you just bad at time? Yes. Yes, I'm bad at time. Yes, I am. But that's what happens, right? That's why I have 20 alarms about the tournament, because that's literally what would happen, and then I would forget about the tournament and not do it. And it's not because my memory is going bad. I just get distracted with other things. I've always been like that. Is that like a unique thing? Is that like a me problem? Or do you guys ever get like so into something that you forget like other things? What's a modem razor? Oh, you're making a... I got you. You had to sell the chef. Jeez. Took me a minute. But seriously, if you haven't played Terraria, it's a great game. It is an amazing game if you like Metroidvanias. Which, yeah, everybody might not like Metroidvanias, but, you know, I still would say it's, like, worth at least playing. I think it's actually on sale right now for, like, a couple bucks. It's 50% off. You can buy the game right now for $5 if you don't have it. I guarantee you, you will get your lunch worth of entertainment from this game for $5. I'm gonna link it in the chat. Like, if you don't like, and plus, if you don't like it, and you buy it from Steam, you have 2 hours to refund it. So you don't lose anything if you don't like it. Like, for me, like, the tournament, like, I'm not used to having, like, deadlines like that in the middle of the day. I mean, I'm more used to it now based on how many tournaments we've done. But it's still really, it would still be super easy for me, for example, to get off work, get a message from somebody about something, completely, like, forget about the tournament and go do the other thing, and then, oh no, I forgot to do the tournament. Yeah, Yona, could you please apply again to the guild? Sar is not seeing you there. Sometimes it's a little buggy. Yona or Aeon? I'm not really sure which one it is. I mean, I know your in-game name is Aeon, but your YouTube name is Yona, I think. Anyways, I appreciate you guys listening to me ramble, because I could ramble about this stuff all the time. So, but that's what happened. And that's how I forget things, because I'll start playing a game and I'll get so into the game. Oh, okay, the modem, the moto. Oh, the moto, was it the Moto M Razor? Because that does sound familiar-ish. I wasn't a phone guy back then. I remember the Razor phone being huge, but I wasn't a phone guy. Back then, when the Razor phone came out, I hated phones. Oh, yes, thank you, Sar. Please do like the stream. It does help out a lot. I really appreciate it. Well, one of my friends was really into the phone, and I'm like, it's a phone. I just didn't get it, right? Like the phone that clicked for me was the Apple iPhone, because it was basically like a pocket computer, right? I didn't have an iPhone, but I thought that was such a cool idea because I played a lot of browser games back then. And I'm like, wow, it'd be so cool to just pop out my tablet and connect to the Wi-Fi and hop on and build something really quick while I was out and about. That was what I was doing back then when tablets were a thing. I have been playing since July 4th, 2022. And hey, Andre, how you doing? And there's people that have been playing longer than me. But yeah, that was my crazy ass story. And that story is a great example of how you could stay up really late, thinking you're not going to stay up late, and then you could sleep in the next day, and then you would be late and miss the tournament. Because that's a parable of what happened to me one time one weekend. But I think it was we were playing Planet Crafter. Oh, okay, did you apply to the guild, Yona? Because we're trying to make sure you apply to the guild so we can accept you. Okay, see you. I'm going to link where you can post about the guild, just so you know, to let everybody know who you are. Yeah, Genesis posted the code, and then you just need to apply using that code. And then we'll get you into the second guild. And the second guild is doing pretty well. We're hoping that everybody's active enough where they get all the boxes. If they don't have all the boxes on Saturday, we'll be cycling people in and out to make sure they get all the boxes. I probably should have pinned it. Hold on, let me pin it. Thank you, Glenn. Oh, so we might be a little low. Oh, no. Oh, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? You have to go to... I actually don't know because I made a guild. I think you go to join guild and you put the code in because the guild's not listed publicly. Wait, did we not just... Oh, okay, my bad, Sar. I didn't... Oh, okay, so we are... Okay, good. You guys are on track. That's good to hear. And the thing is, I didn't want a phone that was just a phone. I actually hated cell phones, man, because I hated them so much. I was fine with not having a cell phone and just borrowing somebody else's the one time I needed to call somebody. There it is. There it is. I'm gonna pin it. And then I'm going to clear it over here. Hold on. There we go. Cool. We got another, like, thank you, Yona. Thank you for joining. That'll be great. Oh, okay. You plug it in the search bar. Okay. I didn't know that. This is what happens when you make a guild. You don't know how things work with the other way. What was the app? Was it Discord? So, like, I remember when using the computer to talk to your friends was super cool because you didn't have to worry about hogging up the phone. My mom told me she used to have a party line phone, which was, oh, and Yona, once you join, you have to reload the game. So just close the game out, reload the game, and then it'll show you in the guild. Because it's very buggy. And a party line phone was like a phone that was shared between like a bunch of people. So like you would pick up, like could pick up the phone and somebody else could be on it. And then you just have to ask them like how much longer they would be, and then they would get off the phone. And like I'm just like, I can't believe people were just like that courteous to just get off the phone so you could make a call. Like that to me, like it was a multi-house phone. It wasn't like you and your family, it was you and a bunch of other families. And I just don't understand, like, did you just not have long conversations on the phone, you know? Every box you open is 5 points. So your weekly boxes, that's what you need to do, Yona. So just do your weeklies as normal and open your boxes. That's all you need to do, which you should already be doing if you're playing the game. Hey, Dr. Trashbag, how you doing? Objections about one party monopolizing a multi-party line were a staple of complaints to telephone companies and letters to advice columnists for years, and eavesdropping on calls remained an ongoing concern. Oh, nice. Cheeseburgers. That's good. One of the best things I've heard, though, is basically how companies have changed our behavior. Because it used to be you only needed one phone for a household. And now what they've managed to convince us is everybody in the household needs a cell phone. So something that went from like a $20 expense for the entire household is now multiplied to at least a $20 expense for everybody in the household. Wait, really? Is it that expensive? My cell phone's $20 a month, and it is a smartphone. I just don't have data on it because why would I need data when I have Wi-Fi at home? You know, it's like how do you keep glare off your monitor, right? You just keep all your all your blinds closed. What? The house phone was more than $20? Really? $20 is Google Fi. That's what I use. It's $20 for the first line, and it's $10 for every line after. But there's no data included. You pay for your data, so I just don't use data because I'm always at home. Like, I think the most data I ever used was like $5. Oh no, my first cell phone was like I'm talking about now. Right now, my cell phone bill is $20 a month, which I still, by the way, think is insane for how little I use it. Right? Oh, we didn't see when I didn't have long distance when I was growing up. Long distance was a thing we didn't do. We accepted long distance calls. We didn't make them. Did you make a lot of long distance calls? Because I just never remember ever having a long distance call ever. Yeah. Well, you paid a subscriber fee, right? So like, I had a phone. Like when I moved out, I got rid of my cell phone. I had a cell phone for 2 years. I hated it. It was $40 a month. I hated it so much. It was so expensive, right? And I switched to I got a Magic phone. The phone that I got was a landline for $10 a month. I was allowed to make 30 free local calls per month. And everybody always asked me, how do you keep track of that? And I'm like, I get one free call a day. If I make more than one call a day, I'm doing something wrong. So I would not call anybody. I told everybody I will text you or something like that, and you have to call me. Yeah, long distance did rake you over the coals, but I never called long distance. Like, long distance calling was like illegal in my family. I think we had a block where you couldn't even do it. So like for what I remember growing up from my parents was we had local service for our local area. The town, like there was a big town over, like somewhere in it probably was Tampa. If you called into Tampa, that was an extra 25 cents per call. Yeah, and then basically your cell phone plans like had minutes. I remember my dad had a cell phone and he used to have to pull. He had singular wireless, and so the whole thing was you had so many minutes. If you rolled over, he could roll over his minutes and all this other nonsense. And no, it wasn't 25 cents a minute. For us, it was 25 cents a call, and the call could be as long as you wanted. But it was only the next town over. It wasn't actual long distance, from what I remember. Yeah, my had singular, and he would tell me that, like, they gave him, like, so you purchased X minutes a month, and you had free minutes after like what they were talking about, like 7 p.m., 9 p.m. And basically, you would make all your calls after that time, and you would never call during prime time. When did unlimited minutes start being a thing? Because the first cell phone I owned had unlimited minutes on it. Actually, no, I take it back. It had like 500 minutes prime time. I just never used it. Because like part of the reason I didn't like my cell phone was I never called anybody. Yeah, unlimited texting, like unlimited texting was the big thing, because then you just never called anybody anymore anyways, because you just text. I actually didn't have a cell phone, so I would use a computer program to text people, and that was how I communicated with people. Because I would text people from my computer and just be like, if you need to talk to me, just call me at my phone, so that I don't have to use one of my 30 free phone calls. It's kind of wild thinking about how much stuff changed with phones. We did have a cordless phone in the house. It's really sort of wild, like how much things have changed in the last 20 years. 20 years ago, I was playing World of Warcraft, right? And like there was no Facebook, like there was nothing like that. Like we didn't have social media, so I needed to get in touch with my friend, right? I hopped on his server and sent him an in-game mail so that he would get in touch with me later when he saw the mail. And when he called me, he was like, "How did you get enough gold to send me a mail?" And I told him I was begging people for money so that I could send an in-game mail, because we played on different servers. And he's like, "Wow, somebody actually gave you I think it was like 30 silver or something like that to send me a mail." And I said, "Yeah, I had to beg for it, but they gave me the 30 silver," and I thanked them, and I sent the letter. And so like Facebook got big, I want to say in like 2010, in the 2010s. Oh, was it 30 copper? My bad. Yeah, I had to beg somebody for 30 copper, which is even less. That's like, he couldn't believe somebody actually gave me the money to, and it's like it was 30 copper. I think they probably gave me 1 silver, which was 3 letters. Yeah, because well, all I did, Dr. Trashbag, was I ran my character like right into the city, and my character was level 1, so it's not like I could even go outside and kill something for 30 copper. I would have had to run all the way back to the starting zone to kill something for 30 copper, then run all the way back to the city. So I begged for 30 copper instead. Somebody took pity on me, and they gave me a silver. But yeah, I mean, you got to do what you got to do, man. I don't even remember what I wanted to get in touch with him about. It was probably something trivial, but I knew that he would see it in World of Warcraft before he checked his email or anything else. Oh, that happened to me. That happened to me back in World of Warcraft. Like 45 minutes of me talking to Maria, and it was recorded on Maria's stream. Wasn't recorded on my stream. But she was recorded, so you could hear her, you couldn't hear me. Uh-oh. Oh, how long did you play, Dr. Trashbag? Yeah, Burning Crusade was great. I started at the launch. Oh, what'd you go to grad school for? Oh, I guess you went for medicine because you're Dr. Trashbag. I didn't realize you were a real doctor. I never got to see the planes running. I heard about it. I never got to see it. Why are you going to cry, Josh? I remember the midnight. I didn't do the midnight release for Burning Crusade. No. I did. What happened is I ordered the game online, and I really wasn't that hyped for Burning Crusade. Oh, wow. Oh, okay. Wow. PhD in chemistry. Wow. Congratulations. Semiconductors, that's a big industry. I program semiconductors. Sort of. In a very loose way. And I ended up going to the BC and getting it and playing it at launch because what happened was everybody I played with was so they weren't excited about Burning Crusade. Oh. Oh, Josh. So I wasn't excited about Burning Crusade because everybody was worried it was going to completely change the game, right? And then like 2 weeks before it launched, everybody flipped and they're super excited about the game and they're going to the midnight launch. And I'm like, wait a second, I ordered the game online. I'm not going to the midnight launch. So I got one of my friends. He didn't care about playing the game at midnight. He's like, yeah, I'll just get it from you the next day. And he bought the copy I bought from me, and I played the midnight launch of Burning Crusade with my friends. And he was one of my I think he had work. I think I'm pretty sure he had work, and I took off from work. I didn't call in. I scheduled a vacation. I think I took the day off. It might have only been a day off. I don't really remember what I was doing back then. I still play retail. I was streaming retail like not too long ago. It's hard for me to stream retail now because we do keys when I wake up. And like I don't really like streaming keys because it's well, outside of Maria, it's 3 other people, and I don't feel like that's really like polite, you know? It depends where you are in life. Like I've always enjoyed the game. I don't have a problem with it. I do miss the game being easier. That's probably my biggest complaint. Like the game to me is super complicated anymore. I miss it when it was easier. I don't know. I always enjoyed World of Warcraft. Yeah, I get that, Genesis. I am. If Mythic Plus went away, I wouldn't. I wouldn't care. I only do Mythic Plus for the mount. If there was no mount for Mythic Plus, I wouldn't even engage with the system, and I wouldn't even care. We already had World of Warcraft 2. World of Warcraft 1 was literally like the original game to Wrath of the Lich King. World of Warcraft 2 was Cataclysm to, I would say, Warlords of Draenor. World of Warcraft 3 was Legion to Shadowlands. And World of Warcraft 4 is effectively Dragonflight and yeah, yeah. Well, they give you an achievement now for getting 2,000 for KSM. That's where you do technically get it from the boss. I just don't like the seasonality of it. Like, because if you don't play in like season 2 of, or like if you didn't play in season 1 of the War Within, you can never go get that mount. And I don't like that. So we've effectively had probably, I would say, four versions of World of Warcraft, just through the different types of the, because in Cataclysm they completely redid the game. They redid the world, they redid everything. That was effectively World of Warcraft 2. And again, in, I would say, Legion, with the legendaries and the artifact power and all that kind of shit, basically that would be World of Warcraft 3. Because it was such a monumental shift. And then I would say the dragon flying that they added in Dragonflight, I think that's enough of a change to consider that Dragonflight as World of Warcraft 4. In my opinion. Yeah, Genesis, I call it the TikTokification of gaming. Yeah, no, Josh, I'm just saying, like a lot of people have asked for World of Warcraft 2, and I was just breaking it up. Yeah, that's a big problem, Genesis. Like it used to be, and I honestly miss World of Warcraft when it was like you had the entire expansion to get everything done, and you could do everything at the end of the expansion. So they could introduce, say, a mount in a raid boss, like a mythic, like a mythic raid boss that's always a drop, right? And it could be the second raid, and you have till the end of the expansion to get that, right? And I miss the game working that way. And I feel like the game is now, and like so many games I play, like I play Diablo 4 too. And every game I feel like with a battle pass and all that, I feel like is a TikTokification of gaming, and here's why. The battle pass exists to make you grind out the battle pass. They're constantly cycling through seasons, so it always seems new. Nothing lasts like it used to. Like, you can't have anything stagnant anymore. They're constantly changing stuff, and I feel like it's just like, I just call it the TikTokification of gaming, because they're just trying to constantly stimulate you with, like, minor to major changes every 3 to 4 months, so you always have something new. I'm mistaken? Yeah, because that's how I used to play, dude. Like I would start an expansion, and all I would do is level. Wouldn't worry about gear or anything if I got some gear. Yeah, no, World of Warcraft didn't start until 2004. We just had the 20th anniversary. And I don't know when the first Warcraft game came out, or the second one, that Tides of Darkness, came out. I don't remember when they came out, but they were in the 90s. Yeah, Helldivers 2 isn't a bad system, but I still don't really like. I still don't really like the Battle Pass system. Allegedly, Diablo 4 is going to change how their Battle Pass system works, where rather than it being a linear experience, you can pick what you want off the Battle Pass. Which, it's like, yeah, that sounds cool, but I'm just going to want to get everything anyways. Because if I don't get everything, then I just don't get to have it, and you take it away. And I hate that. My favorite thing in World of Warcraft was when the game was just, like, a lot more casual. Oh, yeah, Josh, I understand that, like, there was Warcraft, the RTS, and there was Warcraft, like, 1, 2, and 3, and then World of Warcraft. I totally understand that. When I was breaking up WoW into WoW 1, WoW 2, WoW 3, and WoW 4, I was more talking about how the MMO itself has, like, what I would consider distinct phases, because one of the things people have always asked for is World of Warcraft 2, etc., like World of Warcraft 3, and I feel like they never needed to make that, because what they did is they released an expansion that changed the game in that way. Not that these are related at all to the original games that started it, which is the RTS games. Like, there was Warcraft 1, 2, and 3 that were the RTS games, and they were literally 1, 2, and 3, and it was 1, 2, and they had the expansion, I think, for that one, the Tides of Blood or whatever. And then it was World of Warcraft 3, and then they had World of Warcraft 3, like the Frozen Throne, I think. Honestly, I never even finished playing Warcraft 3. I don't remember if I actually finished playing Warcraft 2, like beating all the missions. If I did, I don't remember the story. Yeah, I wish it was a little bit different. I keep hoping, like, they are making things more alt-friendly, which I like. But I keep thinking, like, I keep wanting it to be more that way. Honestly, Genesis, my number one complaint about all these games is I'm extremely tired of not having more deterministic loot. I'm just so tired of not having deterministic loot. You have no idea. That is probably my number one complaint about these games anymore, is I have no deterministic loot. I have no control over the loot. All I can do is run the dungeon again. And that just doesn't feel good to me anymore, and it's probably because I'm old. But I never was a fan of random loot in the first place. Like, I never liked non-deterministic loot. Even, like, when I played Diablo 2, like, one of the things I hated about Diablo 2 was, like, the random loot. Oh, well, thank you, Glenn. You have a good night and happy farming. Oh, yeah, I guess this is kind of run a little long, but that's fine. Yeah, I wouldn't mind that. Like, because the second currency is effectively bad luck protection, right? I wouldn't mind that at all. One of my things for World of Warcraft that I actually really like that they've added Genesis is and I have to see how they do it in this patch because I've only done it on the last patch of the expansion, is they've added this system called Dinar. And the Dinar system, what it does is it lets you pick an item. So it's not going to happen until probably May, so I need to see how they implement it. Oh, it was Tides of Darkness was a 2, and the expansion was Beyond the Dark Portal. Okay, my bad. I think I mixed them up. I actually did play Warcraft 2 back when, like, my friend had the game, and he didn't care. He let me borrow it, and I played it. I was more of a Diablo fan back then. I still remember how everybody tells me they had nightmares of the Butcher. And for the life of me. Yeah, so that's what they're doing Genesis with Dinar. So Dinar is a system, and again, I have to see how they implement it in 11.1.5 because we're not there yet. I'm going to see it in May. Where basically you're going to be able to buy just 4 items per character, and they just start at a low level, and you get to upgrade them all the way to Mythic 6. So I have to see how that actually plays out, because that to me, because of what they've done is they added a bunch of rare items in the raid. So basically you're going to use the Dinar to buy the rare items that didn't drop for you. Yeah, I remember the Dark Portal was basically like what happened in TBC, yeah. And that Frozen Throne was basically how Arthas became Arthas, the Lich King. That's because it's on the PTR right now, Genesis. So, like, originally they put it in the renowned track of the new raid. And then people complained because they're like, with that renowned track, we're not going to get it for so far. And so they removed it from the renowned track, and they said, we're going to implement it in 11.1.5. So we haven't seen how they're going to do it. The way they did it in the end of Dragonflight was the best I've seen it yet, but it was only done in Season 4. It was never done like this, like in the mid-season of a raid. Which, the way they did it in Dragonflight was every other week you got one. Yeah, it's renowned like in Shadowlands, but like... So for the way they did it in the raid, you start at Renown 1, right? There's 20 tiers, so there's 19 weeks you get rewards. Every week of the raid, you get one, you can earn enough rep to get one Renown. If you're behind on your Renown, you'll be able to catch up. So in 19 weeks, which is almost 5 months, you'll have all the Renown rewards from the raid. Yeah, it's an in-raid rep effectively, but it's capped. So, and it has the catch-up mechanic, so if you fall behind, you get more bonus rep. For whatever that's worth to you, you know? I think so far it seems pretty promising. But, you know, honestly, it's like, again, this raid tier just started. It's all new. So, like, I have to see how it plays out. You know what I mean? But anyways, the way they did the dinar is they added faded raids at the end of Dragonflight. And if you did the faded raid... Yeah, I don't remember the Sunwell thing. But I guess... it wasn't Sunwell, like, they gated the boss? And, like, it was, like, for the first week, you could only fight one boss. And then they opened up the second boss the next week. Because they did the same thing in ICC. They gated it so you could only do the first wing. Okay, so it was like what they did in ICC, too. Except ICC was, like, wings, right? Like, they opened up the first wing. Okay. Yeah, I didn't raid Sunwell, but that was a fun patch for me to do dailies. So, like, we did the normal raid last night. I did it with my friend. We were able to do the whole normal raid in, like, an hour and a half. And by the time we were done, you get 5,000 rep just off the bat without any catch-up mechanic. And it's 2,500 to get to the next. So we're both capped at Renown 4. That's what the cap is right now. I mean, like, the thing is, at least World of Warcraft, that's a game, like, I'll say the one best thing about World of Warcraft is not one game. World of Warcraft is, like, so many different games put together. Because, like, for example, my sister played World of Warcraft, she never raided, never did dungeons. She liked the pet battles and pet collecting. So all she would do is run around and do the pet battles. That was it, that was her game. Like, I kind of do a little bit of everything except Mythic Raiding, because Mythic Raiding is just too much for me. Even Heroic Raiding is on the cusp of too much for me. Until it gets easier. Like, as the patch, as people get better gear and the patch progresses, then Heroic Raiding is more appealing to me because it's just easier, right? But then you have people like Marie and I, for the longest time, we would just log in, do world quests, mess around, and we would play it like super casual, right? I mean, that was the World of Warcraft I liked the most. Was, I would say, pre-BFA, when it was just super casual. We just would log in, do our dailies and stuff like that, and have a good time. You know, we didn't have to worry about anything else. Because, you know, they had Mythic Plus, but there was no mount, so I didn't care. But Legion was also where the game got super complicated, and I didn't like how they increased the rotational complexity of every character to do damage like so much. I liked it when rotations were simpler and all that. But I mean, you can play World of Warcraft so many different ways. Like, I know a guy at work. He doesn't do dungeons. He doesn't do any multiplayer content. All he does is he fishes and mines and herbs, and he does world quests and stuff like that. Like how Marie and I used to play. before we started doing keys. So there's like, World of Warcraft has so many different game types inside of it that there's like a game for everybody almost. And now they have delves, so if like you wanted to do a dungeon, but you didn't want to do it with somebody, you can do a delve, and you go in there with a basically an NPC that's controlled by the computer, and you do it together with him. So like they even have that now for people just who want to do like dungeons or something like that, but don't want to like make a group. And they even have follower dungeons now, so you could do like a 5-man dungeon, and the game basically spawns 4 AI people for you to play the dungeon with. It's so cool. But that's what I mean. Like the game, like World of Warcraft is so all-encompassing of different player types, because you have people that don't do dungeons. You have people that want to do dungeons by themselves. They do follower dungeons. Never have to interact with anybody else. You have people that just role play. And then you have people that like progress their character and they do like keys and stuff like that. It's kind of crazy how many different types of players can exist in World of Warcraft. Because like for example, they added dragon flying and they added dragon races. And when that, to me, when Marie and I play that, we're like, this could be a standalone game that they could probably sell for like $20. And it's just in World of Warcraft. It's crazy to me. You were great for your buffs. Everybody wanted your buffs, man. Weren't you Rhett? Didn't everybody want you to give him Blessing of Kings? Do you remember the legendary Paladin post that was posted on the official forums? I can't link it because it's too explicit. It's called The Best Reason to Play a Paladin 2005. I probably can read it. I'll read it. I've noticed a lot of complaints about Paladins lately with regards to their low DPS and limited combat options. But what players are forgetting is the main reason Blizzard programmed Paladins. Paladins were not designed to be hybrid tanks or healers, as many claim. Yeah, it was like a 10-minute buff, a 10-minute greater buff. Instead, Paladins were designed to be played while downloading pornography. Paladins have roughly zero amount of combat interaction, and thus making them the perfect character to play while downloading massive amounts of hardcore pornography. Simply target the monster, hit 1, and minimize your window. Then sit back and enjoy amazing girl-on-girl action. Because a paladin takes about 1 full minute to kill a monster, you can leisurely browse the pornographic fruits of the internet without much concern over your paladin's welfare. After a minute, I go back to WoW. Usually my paladin is still alive and ready to loot the corpse. This is what makes grinding so pleasurable and convenient for me. The ability to simultaneously watch girls have adult interactions with each other and level up at the same time. I doubt any other class has such an elegantly designed system, and I applaud Blizzard for their foresight in crafting a character that I can play while playing with myself. DPS? Who needs it? The quicker I kill something, the less time I have to watch my boobies. Combat interactivity? Overrated. I'd much rather interact with the girls writhing on my computer screen. Yes, a paladin was created for the sole purpose of surviving a fight while you stream hot corn directly to your computer. That is why we have the high armor class, the healing ability, and the low DPS. As for PvP, nothing is better than getting into a battlegrounds and soaking up the honor points while I watch girls take their clothes off for me. This is a post on the official forums from 2005. You can literally Google the best reason to play a paladin, World of Warcraft 2005. I'll link it in the... I can't link this even in the Discord. This is a little too... I can't believe this survived on the official forums. This guy was like so mad about paladins. It saddens me that many paladins do not take advantage of the main functionality of their character and are in fact lobbying for increased DPS or more combat options, unnecessary trivialities that would only harm our pornography downloading efficiency. Instead, we should thank the fine programmers at Blizzard for crafting a character that is great to grind while grinding your loins. I don't think it had anything to do with that, Genesis. The internet was just like more wild back then, and moderation was more like... There weren't really the moderation standards back then, you know? And it could be somebody screenshotted this and then it got deleted later too. It was not as divisive back then. Because the thing was, the people on the internet, we were all more similar in a way. Sally's white mane? Everybody likes Sally. I remember my brother was playing his paladin, and he would literally tell me, he'd be like, yeah, I just start fighting a monster, and then I go, and I leave the computer, and I'll go make my coffee. And I'm like, aren't you worried about dying? And he's like, no. It takes me so goddamn long to kill the monster, by the time I come back, the monster's dead, I'm fine, and I can continue. And I couldn't believe this, but he's like, yeah, that's how I leveled my paladin. He would literally be like, yeah, I guess I'm gonna pull this monster. Yeah, paladins, like, I made my paladin in Burning Crusade because I was Horde. And then in Lich King, paladins were like gods. Oh, they were so good. Paladin was probably my favorite class in Wrath of the Lich King. But I actually think I'm going to wrap it up. It's actually like late here now, like later than I thought it would be. I think I'm going to go to bed. But once again, as always, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe to support the channel. And if you have any questions, feel free to say something in the comments. I do always look forward to your questions. And as always, thank you again. And I hope you have a great day. Well, don't forget Death Knights, because Death Knights were also freaking crazy at the launch. Death Knights were so broken. Death Knights were so broken that all they did was get nerfed. All Death Knights did was get nerfed over and over again. I would say Death Knights were more broken than Paladins. Like, you had tri-spec Death Knights. They had to get nerfed to the ground. You had... You had so many things with Death Knights. Yeah. I still remember, like, the grind to 60 and the slow leveling, and back in the day, we used to do what was called power questing, which I don't think anybody does anymore. We would basically have, like I would be level 60, and I would escort my friend through a bunch of quests just to help him level, because it was so fast to level that way, and it was more fun than, like, I don't know, doing the dungeon 20 times. But yeah, I'm actually going to go. I'm kind of tired. I'm going to get some sleep. But thank you guys. You guys have a good night and happy farming, and we will be back on Saturday. Woo! All right. Goodbye, everybody. Thank you again for watching.